Ready?
3, 2, 1. Welcome to LevyLand with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Chris Abels on syndicatradio.tv.
I was waiting for my introduction.
And Rob Soul. I forgot about that.
You should have seen him. He was doing this gay thing, like just waiting for you to say his name. He's like, "Yeah, bro."
When aren't you doing that gay thing? You know what I mean? So I wouldn't know.
Do a little dance.
Make a little love. Drink cum tonight. Drink cum tonight.
Glug, glug.
Oh God! It's just, he almost has heart attacks all the
I'm
time.
in an excited mood today because today, later on, I get to interview Mr. Jim Norton.
Yes. Yeah, you're excited about that. As you almost had a heart attack when you weren't going to do it with me. But
Yes.
well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm afraid Rob's gonna come during that interview, man.
Yeah, he will.
Well, that's normal during an interview for me, but you know.
I mean, like any other night, he'll have cum on him, but it may not be his.
Who knows?
That's for sure. But it's an exciting day for me because I'm at the age where I found a spot on my balls that I love to itch. You know what I mean? It just feels so great to itch. Like, is that weird?
Yes, and it's been let me tell you, Chris, it's been a pleasure watching him do it all day.
No, but
He
I
doesn't
got that
care.
spot. You know the spot, Chris? Do you have that when you got a spot on your balls? I just
No, I'm not 80 yet.
no, I'm not asking you about that. I'm saying you're not going to catch up to your
the
brain
spot
cells.
on his balls is by his ankles.
He's stealing lines that haven't been wrote yet.
Yeah, I know. Brand new material here.
Brand new material. Okay, we taped Norton early, and Norton used that line on me.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so. Or surely. I don't even know
Maybe,
anymore.
did they? Oh, I don't.
I don't know. But
Well, I mean, that's a standard joke. Balls. of the ankles for
okay,
people.
yeah, okay. Fucking parrots. Thief gets caught. He goes, "Oh, everybody does that." That's every fucking hack says that.
Boy, I'm the Carlos Mencia of the LevyLand show.
Yeah, you fucking. You know what I mean? Fucking unbelievable. I can't have one enjoyable day with my balls without you ruining it. You know?
I'm sorry. From now on, I'll just look the other way the
Right.
whole entire day.
I think the best part is Rob thought Jim was like coming into the studio, so he took all the chairs out and left only 2. Like he was going to tell Norton, "Hey, sit on my lap while we do this."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the plan, but you know. Don't worry, guy. We're all friends here.
Yeah. Oh, that shirt. The shirts that you have. I don't fucking get it. I mean, you know.
I am a beautiful man, and I like to wear a flashy clothes.
Flashy clothes are just fucking gay shit, you know?
Yeah.
Flashy. What's so flashy about that?
No, it's not flashy, but the one.
Where do you shop for something like that?
Well,
you
they
know?
have Forever 21. I go to Forever Gay. And,
Yeah.
Aeropostale.
Where everybody knows your name, Rob.
Arrow anal.
Forever anal.
No, but like, is there all gay? Like Forever 21? That sounds gay. You know?
I mean, I think I got this from. I get most of my clothes from H&M.
Oh, see, H&M. He's just missing the I.
Homo Men Warehouse. H&M. It's unbelievable. I found out, so I'm excited. Fuck your shirt. You know what I mean? Fuck everything. Fuck Chris's big fucking waffle ear. You know? But the whole thing is that I'm excited because I found out that Chris Abels is a master with impressions. I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah?
He's unbelievable. He can do Ronald Reagan. He can do Donald Trump. Unbelievable. And he can do Obama. Do Obama now. Do it.
Hello, Rob Saul. I'm not happy to meet you. You're a little gay, and everybody knows it.
What? Who is this again?
He thinks that's Obama. I swear to God. He fucking thinks it.
Wow, that was awful.
Dude, what was that?
Drinking that fucking gay water isn't going to make it any better.
What the fuck was that? I mean, do him again. Do him again in the White House. Do him.
Okay. Hello, Rob Saul. You are.
On a deeper Chris Abels voice.
I know. It sounds like more retarded to him.
Like, all right, let me do my Obama impression. Hello, how are you?
Oh yeah,
Hello?
that's
Like I can do them too. Hello, I'm your first black president.
yes.
Wow, that is some impression.
I
I
mean,
hope you're taking that one out on tour.
Are you going to be doing that on stage?
Oh yeah.
Oh God!
When did you realize you couldn't do impressions?
But he does them anyway.
Yeah.
It's probably I don't know 96, 97.
It's unbelievable how bad that was.
That was the worst impression.
You know what he
I've ever
told
heard.
me? He asked me and he goes, Bob, remember the thing they put like Trump was coming on the show?
Yeah.
He's a huge fan. He goes, I do impressions. And I'm like, well, this will be fucking great.
The only impression I think Chris Abels could nail is that of a large retarded man from West Virginia.
You nail that one, fella. Ding, ding, fella. No, but he wanted to come on as Trump and say how great it was going to be on the show. Now, you might as well do. I mean, after listening to Obama, I mean, Chrissa, Abels,
Retarda.
Down syndrome.
Extra chromosome.
Do a little Trump being on. Look,
Okay.
Donald Trump. I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, we have Jim Norton later, and now we have you, Donald Trump.
I just ate.
It's a
Please.
pleasure to have you here, sir.
Listen, Rob, I know that you think that you're huge, but you're not, okay?
That's a Trump impression, huh?
You got him laughing like a little schoolgirl.
You know, your impressions are funny. I mean, because they're so bad. It's like,
Thank you.
Okay, keep it now. Okay, you're on. This is Rob Zoll. I don't know if you know Rob. Rob's a bartender that's been fired. Say
no.
hello to Rob.
Hi. Oh, as who?
I don't know. Put them together. Maybe it'll sound like one person.
Okay.
Listen, Rob, you're going to be kind of huge, but I've seen you take your pants off and it's not huge, okay?
Yeah. Yes, I don't believe that it is.
Who was the last one? Wait a minute.
Obama.
Oh my God, we got to get the bug spray. Dude, what the fuck? I mean, now you really you hit me up like you were excited to add something huge to the show, and I'm like, this is going to be huge. Fucking, he's going to be doing fucking Trump. You know, we can mix it up with the flyer and that stuff. Now do him again. Do him again about losing his job.
All right, let's hear this.
Oh, okay, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody seen it coming. Trader Joe is moving into Pennsylvania
Not
Avenue.
only an impression's bad, but like the material he uses for it is bad. You know how like impressionists come up with like
Oh,
a
let
funny,
me
like,
see you on the spot, bitch.
Wait a minute. I want him. Okay, doing an impression of Chris Abels losing his job.
Yeah, do an impression. Do an impression of someone funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Rob Saul.
You see, that's a compliment, you dumb fuck.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God. It's like working with the,
Burn! I feel like I've just been roasted.
man. It's like working with the handicap. I'll teach you something. You know why it's taking across the road? Because it had to.
It's like Jim's character, Chip Chipperson. Every time someone gives him good review, he goes, "No, you are."
Oh, that was a good impression.
Well,
That wasn't meant to be an impression.
Oh, okay, thank God.
no, but the whole thing is that it is fucking amazing. I mean, I never knew you had this kind of talent. I never knew you had any talent, actually. I'm surprised that you can even read the news to us, you know. But it's amazing. But
Those squinty, retarded eyes.
yeah. So this is Donald Trump. You're listening to LevyLand on syndicateradio.tv.
Go ahead.
It's going to be huge.
Do it.
It's going to be huge. Listen,
No.
He doesn't even know.
listen, Rob. I said I'm listening to LevyLand live, okay? It's going to be huge. Everybody share with your friends. Do not share it with China.
If he was retarded, this would be the best bit ever. It would be.
You know, but you know, if you close your eyes, Bob, you really can hear that extra chromosome. Kicking in.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing how bad it is. But listen, I was supposed to have my baby pictures this week. We ran into a little bit problem. Okay. I couldn't get them yet. So we
we did a couple last week on the
yeah,
show.
we did a couple with
Yeah.
me in a
They're still carbon dating your baby pictures.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have them.
They're digging for them, like where they find fossils. They're looking for Bob's baby pictures.
No, there's nothing like Rob with Rob's picture with him dressed.
I know.
Now,
Like
who
I
you
said,
dr-
we should have been done mine last because
Yeah.
that would have been like
who
a
was that
freaking-
again? Who was it?
Frankenfurter.
Frankenfurter. Oh
Yeah.
my! And how old were you?
Jeez, I'm thinking 8.
8. His mother had him in the fucking jockstrap and a bra.
I sent my mom.
No, wait, hold on, Dino, put up the picture. This is what she did to him. This is what she. Look at this. This is what she did to him. This is how many.
There's some funny ones on Twitter now too. Somebody put like Freddie Mercury in front of me, grabbing my crotch.
Yeah.
It's, I love it. It's been creative on Twitter. My mom loved that. She seemed to get a little defensive when I sent her the poll where she won, where it was like you're a
Bad mother.
Yeah, bad mother.
To take that kind of picture.
She's like, I'm not the one that put it out there. You are. And
Wow.
I'm like, Mom, it's comedy. Come on.
It happens when you have a gay son, too.
Yeah,
you know? It's like putting out advertisement.
I still haven't told her yet, Bob. So.
Well, you will. No. I mean, you should. I mean, she probably knows.
Yeah.
What episode of LevyLand do you think Rob will officially come out on?
I'm going to say 8.
Episode Chris's chest.
He's going to come out on your
Yeah.
that made fucking Chris made him do Rob do a Chris joke.
Yeah, he totally bombed on that one.
Look how happy he is. But it's great. We got Jim Norton. We have so much to talk about. It's been so long. It's been a long time since we rock and rolled and all that stuff. But we're going to get to the Chris Abels news first.
Already hitting journalism at its finest, folks.
That's right. This is in your guys' backyard, actually. Patterson, New Jersey.
It's not our backyard, okay? How big my backyard you think it is?
Who says that?
My backyard isn't that big. Go ahead.
Rob's backyard. Okay,
No.
Rob's backyard.
It's
Patterson back
asphalt.
door.
Yeah.
Rob's back door. Firefighters had to rescue a 38-year-old woman from inside one of those clothing donation bins that you see that they put out. Where she
Why? I mean, would they build it around her? Like, how did she get in there?
She was. Let's see here. So
How
they
old
put
is
it.
the story?
This is fairly recent.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about a fucking newsman here.
Yeah.
All right. He was fucking.
No, I just
walking the
remember
street.
in Hot Water a couple of years did a bit about a woman stuck in a clothing bin that was in the news in Canada.
Oh, so you're saying?
Yeah, this wasn't Canada. This is in New Jersey. This is in your.
Yeah,
backyard.
he did say
So,
Jersey. So
Okay, well,
Yeah.
proceed. I didn't mean to interrupt this genius news report.
Thank you. So the firefighters rescued the 38-year-old woman from inside the clothing donation bin where she had been trapped for 3 days. As she was reaching into the bin, someone pushed her inside, and she was stuck in there for 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah,
Can you
must be a kin of Chris Abels.
Don't- Mama's going shopping today.
Clothes and shoes. Get in, bitch.
Oh my God. Imagine getting pushed in something like that, like the old clothes that stink and, have
Yeah.
cum drippings on
My
Yes.
closet.
them. How'd they get around? I mean, did they have to jaws?
They had, yeah, they had to eventually cut open the donation box to pull her out, but they finally got her after somebody was walking by and heard her screaming.
Yeah.
Really? 3 days in there. Can you imagine 3 days?
3 days. What do you do in a clothing bin for 3 days?
Try shit on, man. But no, but the whole thing is that like
Chrissy, I got me a whole new wardrobe.
it's gonna be bigly. No, but I'm saying like I would be screaming so loud that somebody would hear me, right?
Yeah.
In a day,
I'd
half a
imagine.
day. I mean,
Unless it was me or Gina walking by, we just ignore you.
I know. Over here, no, over here, right over here. No, that's amazing. That fucking people suck. God damn it! But I'm happy. Rob has some good liquor. I don't know. This is new. I like whiskey. I have a socialized drink now, but this is what is it called?
A fireball.
A fireball. It's so tasty. You don't even think it's liquor.
Yeah.
That's actually a shot.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't
You do
like
a
I
shot
s-
of it. Yeah.
yeah.
why am I drinking in a fucking glass?
Because you're a fag.
Well, no, I'm a fag. No, but
That's the pot.
does it have the same alcohol as the other shit?
It's a little less, but I mean, it's
A little less.
yeah, like, most alcohol is like 40 proof. I think it's 33 proof.
Oh,
I notice you have ice.
yeah.
Oh my God. Listen,
No. You open the fucking thing. I go, can I get some ice for this?
and I did, and I had a backup.
No. I start first. He goes in there and he pulls out what looks like an empty tray. And I go, don't even fucking tell me.
He starts throwing a little temper tantrum.
He had 3 ice cubes left in it. Like, you wouldn't fill it up like a normal person and get a
And
full
I had
one.
a full tray underneath, you old fucking.
But so what? You have 3 left. You fucking fill it up, and the 3 you put a little water
why
on
do you
top.
care if you have backup ice? Why do you care what's in my cupboards as long as you're getting what you want? I mean, this is such a.
I still don't have a fucking
such
ashtray.
You're not getting an ashtray. This isn't a smoking home. He comes in. He says to me, he goes, Rob, where's the trash can? So I point to him where it's in the closet. He goes, oh, you couldn't have brought that over to me? Like, he wants me to move my trash can out of the closet and come bring it to him.
I was
to
doing
throw away.
something.
Who does that? I mean, what fucking mentality?
What mentality? Somebody that
You
needs
would
to throw
think this
something
guy
out.
is fucking,
Go ahead, say it.
Paul McCartney.
I am. I can play the fucking Love Me Do. Go ahead, fuckhead. Go ahead. I'm just saying, it would have been. I'm doing something. You bring. I got to get up and then go to the garbage. Now
I'm
I
supposed
lose
to carry
my
the
thought.
trash can over to you.
Just lift
Have you
it.
heard of that, Chris? Have you ever had a guest come over and want you to bring the trash can out from its space to bring to them?
You're very difficult.
I know.
You are.
I'm difficult.
You are difficult.
I am difficult.
Chris, is he not difficult?
Yeah, because and here's something that I'm picking up on. Your trash can was in the closet. Why is it in the closet?
Because
It's a trash bin. That way it doesn't
No.
smell up the
no,
house.
Chris, tell him why it's in there.
Oh, because it's gay.
Just like everything else in the house. No, but I'm just saying, it's like, I'm asking you to do me a favor. I didn't mean keep it out. I just said bring it over to me so I can put something.
I mean, you are such a lazy fucking prick. Get out, get your exercise. You said you wanted to go back to the gym.
I am going to go back to the
You
gym.
gotta have a fucking trash can brought out. Here you are, Mr.
No, I'm
Levy.
going to have you
throw
go.
your trash in here.
I'm going to have you go on the fucking treadmill for me.
Yeah. Oh,
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine me going, hey, dude, can you lift this for me? Give me a fucking
Rob, I'm not burning enough calories. Run faster.
run faster. Yeah. It would be the first time we put a man with a gerbil in his ass on a wheel. How fucking funny would that be? You know what I mean? We'd be like fucking all over the news, We usually put a gerbil on the wheel to spin around, but no, we put a gerbil inside of a man that's on a treadmill. Nobody does that. That's why we're the best. God damn it.
We need to film that live.
Oh, yeah. What, putting a gerbil in his ass in the wheel?
Yeah, the treadmill, everything.
We are going to have a lot of extra fun bits we will be adding to LevyLand for you hardcore fans because we're going to have a Patreon launching soon. And just it's going to be just maybe a few bucks, but you're going to get a lot of extra content.
If you want to donate, you can donate. You know what I mean? We're not fucking threatening you yet. To donate. It's up to you guys. If you want to, if you feel like, we can push you a little entertainment, to cheer up your loser life that you have, throw something in, whether you have to steal it or whatever, the money, just fucking do it. And, if you want to give it from your heart, then fucking, your parents ain't going to live forever.
Yeah.
They got to die. A will is a nice thing. You can give it to us. All right. After this, we're going to be back with Jim Norton. Love that man. It's been so many years, so many fucking memories, so many.
Do you think he'll autograph my tit?
Oh God, I hope he runs.
I hope he does with a fucking huge knife.
Best part is he's pulling his tit out right in front of you. Do you think he'll sign this?
Well, he wants me to look at it because I know Jim's taste. So that's why he wants me.
You think Jim will be into this?
He might be. All right, coming up, Jim Norton on LevyLand on syndicateradio.tv with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Chris Abels, and Rob Soul. Now, the man, Jim Norton. Welcome back to LevyLand with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Rob Soul, and Chris Abels. And like we told you, we have the man, the myth, the man with the pee stains, Jim Norton. Yes. Good to see you, buddy. I miss you, man.
I miss you too. I noticed the glasses too. Funny. I got mine. Are you nearsighted or farsighted? I fucking hate them. And I've been on a screen for a year. I can't function without glasses anymore.
Yeah, you know what? It's like I can't see my phone anymore. I don't know what they are. All I know is I can look closer on the bottom. You know what I mean? I still got the line because I couldn't afford not to have the line.
Right.
Like they're such scumbags. They're like, you can get it without a line, and that's $800 more. So I was like, thanks, you fucking pricks. Yeah, but it sucks. Like I'm always putting on my glasses to read anything on the phone when I'm out, and I feel like I'm old now.
Yeah, part of it is that we are getting old, but a big part of it is too that the last year everything has been Zoom, everything has been on a screen. So I've had my face in a lit screen for a year, so I'm finished. I'm never going back.
Yeah, it's a little different than having your face in a woman's ass for fucking all those years.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like you get used to shit. You know what I mean? Rob, you know what I'm saying, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. You say he does. Whatever. All right, let's move on.
all right.
This is Rob. He does the show with me.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey, how are you, Jim?
Cool.
Big fan.
Okay. Yeah. No. Go ahead, Jim.
So no, it's funny. It's just like you feel old, and there's no way. Like I take them off right before I go on, and I'm like, why do I even try? Like I'm trying to convince myself I can still function without them. Getting old sucks, dude, and you really do notice it. Like after a while, you're like, I can't pretend.
Yeah.
Like you always think you're going to be different. I'm like, fuck it. I'll be different than everybody else I know. No, I'm not. I'm getting old and it sucks.
Oh yeah, it totally sucks. Like I was like, I got to the point where I felt so old. I was like at a party. We were doing comedy in the backyard. So I figured this is the perfect time to make believe I'm not old. So I got into a fist fight.
Really? When?
Yeah. About 4 months ago. It was like a month before my neck surgery. Yeah. It was right before my neck surgery. So I said, I'm getting it fixed anyway if I lose. So, and I was like, I just don't want to feel old anymore. This guy was being an asshole. So I figured, hey, let's go. You know, he fucking pushed me and said, who the fuck are you? And I said, I'm your fucking daddy. And I punched him in the face and we were rolling on the floor like fucking little schoolboys.
What started it? What was he doing that annoyed you? Because I mean, Bobby, I've known you for 30 years, and there are times when you're known to fly off the handle for a slight, whether it's real or not. What was he doing?
Basically, he came with the guy's ex-girlfriend to the house, and she started something with the girl that he was dating at the time, and he said, well, we're still together, this and that, and fucking next thing you know, the guy on the house, he breaks his glass door. The screen door is just fucking shattered, like boom, and then he comes down the stairs, and we all like, hey, it's okay, you know, he's trying to make believe stuff's all right, but then they started arguing. The guy who got involved, and I said to stay out of it or take her home, and he didn't agree with me. So it was like he had it coming.
So you had to. Did you win or lose?
I've won. I don't lose street fights. I only lose fake ones that I get paid for.
Dude, I haven't had a fight, a physical altercation. At least not without a woman with something strapped around her waist. I wouldn't, and that's losing and winning at the same time. I haven't had a fist fight in probably 40 years. I don't think I've had a fist fight since I was 12 years old.
Really? I mean,
yeah.
Like when you were fighting the training with the big cock and that shit, do you ever like you go to grab it and then make believe she's overpowering you and you slide slowly to your knees in front of that big man cock?
I always pretend that it's not my fault. I'm like, oh, cut it out, you know, but I still fish it in my pocket for more money to keep the hour going. Yeah, no.
Those are the greatest fucking times. Are we getting old? No, not really. If you still, you know what I mean? I still adore the taste of an asshole. You know what I mean? I adore it. I look at it like people talk about, oh, you ever have this cheesecake? And I'm like, I've had asshole, dude, a lot. And it's amazing, right? Doesn't it like keep you young?
It depends on the asshole. I mean, let's be honest. The older you get, once you hit 50, you've had a share of really nice ones that had just a whiff. Ooh, that's an asshole. But then there are some like when you can smell it when she's coming up your driveway. Like I smell her asshole. That's not really good. So I think it depends on the level of rusty that you want, and I think we all find our own level. Like for me, I like a little bit of a little effort. I like a little bit of a bike ride, but not a disaster.
Okay, so you don't want to like smell it coming up to the house like and she's on a bus, and you realize it's her. You know, so you don't want to go that far, but you want to stay. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? Do something, do some jumping jacks before you get here. Something, right?
Well, the older you get, that, and again, that's the thing I started to like more as I got older. Like if a woman's foot has a little, you know, not fucking horrible, but like, that's a foot. You know, I kind of like it. If a woman's asshole has like a little bit of a tinge to it, I'm okay with that. But there's a line that I just don't want to go over. But yeah, I've had quite a few of them. Although I've gotten mellower as I've gotten older, but yeah, I've tasted quite a few, and normally they're very nice.
Yes, they are. It's a very tasty treat. I mean, you know, if you're looking to cut down, you know, don't have dinner after like 6:30, okay, and just snack on some asshole all night, and you're gonna be happy. Like I used to, you know, pussy used to be a thing, and I used to be, fucking work all day pussy. Remember, you get that work all day pussy, and it's like had a little smell to it. Now it's like you want that. You want to know that she has a job.
Yeah. You want it to smell like, all right, that's been in an office chair for 8 hours. Yeah, you know, I don't like a freshly showered. But again, the older you get, the less weird you get about scent or any of that shit. Like, you know, as long as somebody has fresh breath, anything else I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah, you're right about that with the fresh breath. You know what I mean? It's like that's the only thing that can, you know, now it's like, you know, you don't have to flush that after you shit. You know, I'm like that now. But I was never that guy. I was like, you know, we got to save on the water. You know, you see Bill last month, right? You ever get creepy like that, and you're like, you know, we gotta save a little money. You know, we have no retirement. Stop flushing that big beautiful brown log down the toilet.
Yeah, just shit in that bucket I have in the corner. Just leave it in there, and I'll dump it. Dude, I dated a girl when I was probably 20. And her family had a problem with the septic tank. So you couldn't flush the toilet. It was so awful because the whole family would shit, and you'd have to walk in there and just piss on this giant pile of shit. And they just think the dad was kind of a drinker, and they never fixed the septic tank. That was awful though, because it was the whole family's logs.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
it's terrible.
You're pissing on a log and you see it just breaking apart. You know, there's a frog on the end of it as it fucking floats down the fucking on the other side of the fucking toilet.
And then there's a scent when you lift up the toilet seat because all the urine's been sitting in there and the shit's been sitting in there.
Well, I don't even know what you mean. Lift up the toilet seat. The toilet seat was on an angle; it couldn't close. It was like a pile of mashed potatoes with a hat.
Yeah, Rob. I mean, fucking don't fuck up the interview. Jesus Christ. I mean. Fucking, I know you're excited, but fucking, you know.
What does Rob do, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. You know, he sits here and laughs, and he dresses like this. I have no idea. I mean, I was hoping that maybe you could tell me what he does.
No, I don't. You're dressed like every guy who gets arrested for child porn in Florida. That's what you look like.
That's the look I was going for today. So.
And then he gets arrested with the same shirt on next week. That's what that shirt looks like. Oh man, yeah. See, that's amazing. Like sex is one thing. That's the only thing I was ever worried about. That say my dick wasn't working. You know.
Yeah.
And there's not a reason to live. You know what I mean? I still I got fucking walk around with my sweatpants, no underwear, like I used to do in the strip clubs. I'd have a stripper sit on my lap, and I'd move my dick to the side, and she'd sit on it. And I'm like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "That's gonna get you fired."
I remember one time I was never a huge fan of strip clubs just because it was too frustrating, and I knew I had no rap. But there was one time, and this is probably 1995 or 96. I had on pants, but I used to wear satin boxers. And it's only, I think, twice in my entire life I've been able to do this. But I kept giving the girl money for lap dances, and she was just grinding, but it was like rhythmic. Yeah. And I remember I shot in my fucking boxers, and I was so proud of myself. And I was with Pete Corielli and Louis Ramey, and I showed them the box. I'm like, look what happened. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, that should have been seen as an accomplishment. Exactly. I was so proud. I won.
Yeah. I can't believe that they were offended by that. Where me and Florentine would have put you on our shoulders, where you would have stuck to us. But the whole thing was that we would have been, Jim would have just said, nice. You know, it would have been, it's like the greatest things. That's all we did. We used to, then strip clubs sucked because, you know, especially for you didn't do drugs. You didn't have coke to give them. You didn't have any of that stuff. So like, it's hard. It's definitely harder. Then we went to peep booths because this is like, okay, we have to get in and out. And like, I remember Florentine would not put his money in right away. I would make this mistake with putting the money in, and then the window goes up, and now it's like, oh my God, I'm getting time now. And he would wait and get a boner first, then put the money in. I mean,
strategic.
It was genius. And one time we're at this one place, the one by my house, and when I lived in Westville, the thing pops up, and the girl is like 18, she had to be, I guess. She's laying on her stomach with a book like this, reading it. She's doing a fucking homework while us two fucking animals are fucking whacking it to her. She's spun around in a circle.
You know, it's funny. I remember going to, I went to a strip club in Vegas one time, and the girl was lap dancing. Man, I think I got like 11 lap dances. I've never done that before. And she was Russian. And I'm in my mind, I think this girl is so good. Like, I know she doesn't like me. I know this is her job, but I know, and she's like looking at me and convincing me. And I'm like, what an amazing gift this person has. I know she's not into me, and I'm still completely falling in love with her. I'm giving her money. That's a real gift when you can convince yourself, even though you're saying to yourself, this girl doesn't give a fuck about me. I know she doesn't care about me.
Yeah, but
that's an art.
Yeah, that you found that, like, she was Russian, you said. Or did she have an accent?
I think she did. Yeah. Again, this is so many fucking years ago. I was with a guy who was I was touring with Dice at the time. This was late 90s. And the guy I was with was the high roller at the Paris Hotel and one more hotel. He was the high roller in 2 casinos. Like he was a huge Dice fan. So I assumed he was paying for all the lap dances. I assumed incorrectly because he was not paying for the lap dances. I paid for my own. And I didn't have any money back then. You know, I was making probably, $500 for the weekend. But yeah, that was a gift to be able to convince me, as I'm saying to myself, like, I know this is a lie. And yet I'm feeling like I'm in love with her anyway.
Yeah. And like, it's so bad. Like when you know you have to pay and it's a lot. Because I had somebody pay for me one time at like a whorehouse in New York. We were so coked out. We were there for 8 hours. And he must have rang up a bill. And if it would have came to me, I would have been like, hun, do you take a check? I don't know how to do this. I really...
No, I'll get it. Okay, Ralph.
You take a check or maybe a kidney. I mean, I don't know what to do at this point. You're never going to get this money if he ain't paying for it.
Yeah, I should have asked. You know, it's funny. I was so many years younger than, like, you just assume that the guy is, I don't know why I assumed that, but I did, and I was wrong. I spent probably everything I had.
No, but like, even if you guys went to a diner at night, you wouldn't expect for you to pull out the money and say, I'm taking care of it.
Right.
It's like that.
Well, you were always good with that. Like, you always, like, it's funny, like, like I hate cheapskates, and you were always very generous. Like, I remember we would go out, you would always pay for things, and you would always take care of us on the road. Like, so if I'm with somebody who's newer than me in the business, like I take care of them. It's like, it was done for me, and they'll do it for somebody else. But when you have more money than the guy you're going to dinner with, you fucking, you don't make them feel awkward. You just take care of it.
Yeah, it's like you have to do that with whores too. Otherwise, everything just goes downhill. I mean, Rob, this must be the greatest thing in your life, because I've never seen him so gay for somebody coming on the show, and it's just like I mean, he dressed like this for you.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, you have a very good smile. I mean, you look happy, Rob. I'll say that. You look really happy.
Glazed over smile on my face.
Yeah,
that's nice.
We call it semen, but we call it glazed over.
He's making such a big deal about it, because most of the guys that Bob knows I've had on my podcast, and I just said, I was excited. I said, oh, good, Norton. I've never met Norton, and he's making a big fucking deal. Like, I was over here coming all over the world.
Whatever.
No, I understand. It's not a big deal to you. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Don't insult the fucking guest. You were
I understand.
Dick 2 days ago. Unfucking believable.
Yeah. Very hurtful.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You have a show, Rob?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That shocked us more than anything right now. Are you dating now? What's going on?
No, I mean, I date, but I mean, it's like mostly just, especially the pandemic, it's really fucking difficult because you can't go out. I'm paranoid. So no, I mean, I haven't had like a serious situation in a while. It's been a while.
What does that mean? Like the cops show up after a date? What do you mean by that? I love the way he goes, the serious thing. That date, I was like, it's not dating when you're out with Jim. It's using the word date.
Serious situation is in a serious relationship. Like, yeah, I've been on some dates, but again, I'm not good in relationships, man. I'm not good at it. I don't function well. I wind up resenting the person. I wind up resenting having to be faithful. But I don't want to watch porn anymore. I'm trying to quit that because my dick, like you tell me, your dick working, my dick is fucking just beaten up at this point, and I'm not. I've jerked off for 45 years. Like I'm just not enjoying anything anymore.
Yeah, my dick looks like, like the fucking zombies on Walking Dead. Like they're coming up. My dick is like this. When I pull it out, it's like this. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? What did I do to you? I thought, I'm like sad when I look at it, but I know what you mean. It's like, but it's like sex is so important. But I'm learning how to be nicer now. And now that I'm married for the 4th time, I'm like, now I look at all the mistakes I did. And guess what? All these mistakes were done by me. There was no other person involved with all these fuck ups, because it's like, all right, I'm married, but somebody wants to fuck me. Okay. Why would you say it's like somebody saying, here's $1 million. That's how it is to us. It's pussy. It's like, how do you say no to, oh no, I had some today. Thank you.
Yeah. It's very hard to say no. And you're right. That's exactly what it is. If somebody wants to fuck me, and you know what I think of, the stupid lines from The Sopranos, because, Tony was cheating all the time. And I think his therapist said to him, you don't have to eat every bowl of rigatoni or whatever. And I think of that. I'm like, how much, like, what's enough? None of it makes me feel like it all just kind of, it fills up the tank and then it goes away again. And then like none of it lasts. Yeah. So I know what it is. So yeah, I've tried to mellow out, but it's just, I think from getting older, you're like, what else is there? I've tried most of the things I want to try. Most of it's overrated. What am I going to do?
That's what it is. I mean, Rob went to the Philippines, right? But he went to rescue elephants. That's what he told them at the border. And he goes, oh, you're here to molest young boys. Okay, come on in.
It was Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. Okay, what are you going to Thailand for? He's saying to fucking rescue elephants.
I was on an elephant rescue section.
No, you weren't. But you know what I mean? You would be there you would go there and say, I rescued a lot of elephants. I've seen a lot of kids running around here. In this little village, you think you can get me a few and some lotion?
Yeah, I'm here to rescue some elephants at the border. Well, how come you have a suitcase full of stuffed animals? I don't know. I just think elephants like to pick them up with their trunks. I don't know why. Dude, did you really rescue animals? Did you really rescue elephants?
Well, I didn't. I worked and volunteered on an elephant rescue sanctuary where I helped take care of them. I scooped up the elephant.
Yeah, with other elderly white men.
Oh, okay.
There was mainly a lot of women out there. A lot of hot women from England and Australia.
Did you pet any elephants? I've never touched an elephant. I'd love to pet an elephant. Did you get? Did you get like to touch its trunk, or they just kind of?
I would feed them. You pet their trunk. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to feel an elephant because I know it's going to feel like the undercarriage of my balls right now. You know what I mean? And that's going to fucking ruin. I'm going to be like, oh my god, is it my balls or is it an elephant? We should do that on the show one time. Yeah,
that tight. Yeah, my balls are an elephant. It's a great like a blindfold game to play with a guest. You get my balls are an elephant.
Yeah, we do it in Thailand, so it's legal.
Yes,
and we have only kids in the audience.
Jim, I don't know if you can relate to this because he's been scratching at his balls all day today, and he's saying he found some spot on his balls,
a good itching spot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He's had his hands down there all day.
I get it. I had a girlfriend tell me one time we were watching something. I was just fiddling with my dick, like for no reason, fiddling with it. And she actually stopped and she went, could you stop? I feel like I'm watching an active addiction. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like I've been literally touching my dick. We're watching some like Michael Bodden HBO fucking autopsy stuff. There was nothing sexual on television. I'm like, why am I touching my dick? You just do it. It feels comforting.
Yeah, I get in trouble all the time for touching my hand is always in I wear sweatpants so I can get to them quick, you know?
Yep.
And get to my balls, get to my dick. And sometimes I just grab it like with 2 fingers and I do it upside down and right under the helmet. And then I rub it like this, like a booger off my finger.
Yeah, the pinch and roll.
Yeah, a pinch and roll. It's fucking unbelievable. I learned how to roll a joint from doing that.
From your balls?
Yeah, just the pinch and roll on the helmet, actually.
It's an amazing feeling. And it really is the only place you scratch like that. Like you don't like to rub nails over it.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing, the tug and twist, like it's a really, really weird area on your body that different ways of handling it feel good. A regular scratch feels almost frightening and uncomfortable, but just a good, sometimes you just pull it out like bat wings.
Yeah.
You just yank it out and you let it snap back and it just feels perfect.
Yes, you ever like pull it out and just see? You grab it with both hands like this, and you pull it out like you're putting something on
tablecloth.
Tablecloth, yeah. You're putting a tablecloth down, but you see how far it can go, and you look and you're like, I can catch somebody jumping out of a building on me. You know,
you have 2 firefighters hold it and pull it back. Yeah.
No, but that's how I feel because it goes out. I'm amazed that it stretches like that. I mean, the kids today, we couldn't get them in this shit because they got all the video games and that shit. But growing up, this is what we had to entertain ourselves, our balls and shit.
That was it. You had your balls. I mean, look, I'll take an Oculus Quest 2 or fucking PlayStation, but that was what we had. Balls, and then Intellivision came along. Now, do you do any of that stuff? Do you do any of that fucking online gaming stuff? I finally got like a virtual reality helmet. I got an Oculus Quest. My co-host on the UFC podcast, like, you got to get one. And I got one, and I don't play video games at all, but it's fucking great, man. It's pretty,
Really?
it's amazing. Like, especially if you haven't played anything since arcade games, which I haven't.
Yeah.
You put this on and you're like, oh, this is where it's going. I get it. Like, this is what's going to happen in 30 years. No one's going to interact. It's all going to be through these helmets.
Yeah.
But do you do porn on there?
Yeah.
I haven't done porn. No, I'm afraid.
They have it. They have it. I mean, that's an addiction that you can't, it's like you're there, right?
Yeah, they have it. I've never seen it. And the only reason is because I'm afraid that once I see it, it's all I'm going to do on this thing. Yeah. I'm like a fucking housewife. I do this fucking fit boxing thing just to work up a sweat. I try to meditate with it. Like I just like, I play the Star Wars game, like, just garbage. But, I've had a lot of time since I'm not doing gigs anymore.
No, it's absolutely. Oh God, this water went down my throat the wrong way. I feel like I'm at that glory hole again. And I'm about to lose my job. No, but like all that kind of the sex like that, anything like that is just too much. And then you got blow-up dolls that are like women and almost as smart.
Yeah, they have real life dolls, and they're saying things like AI is going to take over. Supposedly they're pretty realistic feeling. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if I could. I was never big on toys. Like, I have a fuck sleeve. Dice gave me one many years. Dude, it was because he's such a funny dude. He presented him and Club Soda Kenny and Happy Face, his other bodyguard, presented me with a fuck sleeve, which was like this lubricant and this jerk off sleeve. And he goes, we all have them and we all use them. Now I look at it, they're probably fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I would jerk off with it sometimes, but I never liked any type of toys or pocket pussies, like anything rubber, just never did anything for me.
Yeah, I mean, like anything like that, never. Like a woman, I'm like, you can't use one because I'm your dildo, and that's how I feel. And but like a pocket pussy, I was saying one time, I said, imagine you're fucking this thing, okay, at home, and all of a sudden, you get a call and it's like, you got to get down here. Joey's getting his ass kicked by 5 guys. And I jump in the car and I'm doing like 70 and it's 40. And the cop pulls me over because you got anything on you? Anything in your pockets? And I'm like, officer, can you just shoot me? I can't have this in the paper. I'd probably be, arrested with pocket pussy with fucking lava floating out of it.
It's on the passenger seat. You're drinking out of it like a thermos.
Oh God. But it's like shit like that. It's like you can't be found with that around, It's like I'd rather have get busted with all this weed than just a fucking pocket pussy.
Dude, I wound up going for this thing, like, because again, I was having this thing where like all these years of jacking off, and I'm just like, my dick was losing sensitivity. And then I heard about this thing where you actually get like this weird treatment where they shock your dick. It's a real thing. They put a wand on your dick and it puts little microscopic under the skin tears, and when your body heals it doesn't hurt. It fucking makes your dick, the blood flow better. So wow. I did that, and then I have a dick pump that I would use and pump it up to get the blood going, and then let it go, and then pump it up.
Yeah.
And it actually helped. It added sensitivity. And they do something called a PRP shot, which is where they take blood and they inject 5 needles into your dick.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And it was, I almost threw up. I remember saying, I'm going to throw up because it was such a weird type of pain. But in a few weeks, as your body as the blood keeps flowing, you really do feel a difference in your dick. I recommend. I forget what it's called. I should probably remember. I guess I blocked it out, but I've done it twice, and it really helped.
Really? So 10 different needles in your dick. I couldn't do it.
Five and five. Yeah, I didn't think I could do it either. They numb your dick with something first, and the second time I did it, they gave me a needle like in the top, like where your dick meets it, and it hurts, but it numbs the whole area, so it made the needles a little bit easier. But the first time I just took numbing cream, and I almost threw up.
So did they numb it? They kiss and go num 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 num. You see, that's weird because my dick is not sensitive at all because my wife said, I'm going to suck your dick tonight. And my dick went, whatever. You know? So I need to really get it more sensitive.
Yeah, a little sensitivity training.
Yeah. He's a bit of a wise ass. Yeah.
That's what I said when I walked into the office. I'm like, could you help this little wiseacre? He's not working properly.
He's got quite the attitude you might have to suck out of him. Don't worry, I have nothing to do all day. No, see, life is fun, man. I miss so much. I miss I feel like I've been away for 4 years since the accident, you know?
Yeah.
But I miss everybody. I miss the time. We had so much fun on the road. We miss just hanging out, just laughing and that shit. It's like now I see life again. And I'm like, wow, I really miss these days because they were the greatest times of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really were. And we had so much fucking fun. And
how are you doing since the surgery, by the way? Like you look like you're moving okay, and you look like I mean, you sound a lot better than like when I talked to you before the surgery. You sound a lot better, like just you're moving without pain.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that I went to rehab to get off Xanax. That's why I fucking was like, you know, I was like Ozzy, you know, every day. And I went there. I've been off over a little over 2 years, I think. Maybe it was in December, 2 years, and it changed my life, man. People that take that shit'll fucking ruin you, man. It'll ruin you, and it'll put you in a place you don't want to be. I mean, there's other ways to do it. Smoke marijuana, that'll help you. You don't go on those pills. They're not the answer at all. And now with the operation, I feel great. I'm an inch taller.
Yeah.
I'm fucking,
really?
Yeah. That's how much they changed it. 3 discs they had to fix. I felt great after the operation. 3 days later, I just feel I'm probably 65 to 75% better right now on most days. And that's huge from what I felt like.
Now, let me ask you, you talked about the pills too, which this is special. And you're a father, so you'd probably love it. It's called The Pharmacist on Netflix. And it's about a guy, he's the kind of, he's a real pharmacist, and he's the guy that kind of really pushed a lot of this opioid addiction talk into the public because his son was murdered and disconnected from that. But like it was a string of events that happened after it. But the focus of this is this murder in the beginning, and then all this stuff. It gets into opioids and the fucking OxyContin and all this shit. And man, that's supposed to be a pretty brutal. I've never done them, obviously, but I hear they're pretty rough to get off of.
Yeah, I mean, I was on 6 milligrams a day. That's 3 bars. Okay.
OxyContin?
Of Xanax.
Oh, Xanax.
Okay. And they mostly give people a 0.5. I was 0.2 3 times a day, 0.5 1 time a day. So I was way up there. And to get off it, to go to rehab, you can only get off it. They only give you the medicine in prison or in rehab. You can't get it from your doctor. They just tell you to cut down. And but you can't cut down because you're in charge.
Right, of course.
You can cut down to maybe 1 a day, and then you're like, sometimes you have a bad day. So you can't be in charge. You have to get there, be in front of doctors, nurses, go there to get off it. You can get off it. I was off it in a week. I went home. They wanted me to stay 28 days, 30 days. But I said, I came to get off it. I can deal with it now. And I've never, I'm not hooked anymore. I'm not hooked on anything anymore. And
yeah, it feels good, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. It feels fucking great. I've never been funnier. I've never been quicker. I've never tolerated gay people like him before like this. And I'm thinking I can do anything now. I was going to retire. And I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to retire or go in this full blast when I come back. And I said, it's up to you. And she goes, go in a full, she sees me now. And she goes, go in a full blast. And we're bringing back Miserable Men with Shuli. We did a fucking reunion.
Oh, nice, nice.
And we got to get you on there because we talked on the reunion about you, how it was so great to have you there. And you were it was the only time you were ever on a Howard channel.
I think so. As Miserable Men. Yeah, I've never done his show or the after show or anything like that. But I get it. I mean, there was that whole Opie and Anthony thing, and like, you know, I totally understood.
Now, you guys would never get back together, right? I mean, really. I mean, when you look at it, when I see like reunions like this and radio, you guys were, you know, it was like the Beatles and the Stones back then. You understand? And then they say they broke up, you would want to see this was what this was, the radio, you know, with those two shows, the Beatles and the Stones at the same time. And then all of a sudden say something happens, and imagine getting it back together. Do you think that's possible these days?
Probably not. And it's really weird. Like I always wonder, like bands like ABBA, like, you know, they offered them so much money and they wouldn't get back. No one's ever offered us money to get back, but I think what happens is it's harder to do when you're doing what we do, because in a band, you can just go bah, da, da, and sing to the fucking crowd and not look at each other.
Yeah.
But in radio, you're collaborating creatively every day. It's like there's no way to just go into a studio and play or go on stage and play and then walk off into different tour buses. You know, you're talking like we're talking, and you're doing it for 4 hours a day. So I think it's much harder for a radio show to get back. Once it's done, because whatever made it work to begin with probably wouldn't be there at that point. I mean, and I think that's with any radio show that breaks up. I don't think they normally do get back together.
But what if somebody came to you guys and threw out almost Howard Stern money and said, we want you guys to fucking get back in there, get your shit together, fucking whatever you're fighting about, use it on the air for great radio, and we're going to pay you this. We're going to pay you, say they're going to pay you $200 million a year for all of you to do it.
I'd suck both their cocks on the Brooklyn Bridge. I would do
it. But I'm saying there is something that can bring this together, and there could be somebody out there. You know, there's people out there with the money to do this shit.
Sure.
There is. Yeah. And you never know unless you throw it out there if this could be possible. But just to hear why. This, that, when you did this, when you did that, and be able to talk about it now on the air and explain what happened, it would make it the greatest radio ever. And I don't care what anybody says. That's what fucking sells. That's what people want to hear. They see what they see. They hear what they hear. They don't hear this stuff, and they'll pay for it.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. Like, no one's ever approached any of us with that. I don't think. Like, fans have asked, and there's a lot of people who've, but no one's ever come and done it. And it's almost like now that's, I mean, O&A had a lot to do, and Howard as well, with the way they dealt with comedians and the way they dealt with interviews. Like, Rogan credits Anthony with his podcast. Like, he credits Anthony because Anthony would go home and do the Compound. Like, he had that great house, and he would do all this, you know, just go on and just bullshit and talk to fans or whatever he would do. And Rogan said he saw that and he goes, fuck, what a great way. And he does a show that's kind of like that, just like a long form conversation. And that's what people seem to want. Just a conversation with no wackiness, no bullshit, no quick breaks, just, you know, long form talk, you know?
No, you're totally right about that. Because that's why, like, the podcast is like, okay, the funny segment, yeah, fucking have fun. It's all about our lives, and that's the way I like to do it. But then, you know, the interview, I want to talk about shit people aren't talking about. I don't care when you started. I don't care about anything like that. Well, who do you listen to? I want to know, you know, about your sleeve fucker, you know, your fuck sleeve, whatever you call it. And that's why I try to do every interview like that instead of, you know, just the normal. I just don't want it. I had Kevin Brennan on one time, and I said, I'm just going to, I want to tell you what I feel, what I think. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, if me and you weren't friends, I said, if me and you, Kevin, weren't friends, and you were an enemy, and you were getting on the, I go, you're the kind of person I would have to have killed because I couldn't deal with you, because he is such a fucking lunatic. He would never go away. His hate would be on every corner. I would have to have him killed. And he goes, I take that as a compliment. And I go, you should, because that's what makes him so great, is that he doesn't give a fuck. He tells the truth.
And you're right. And Kevin Brennan is a really fucking good comic.
Yeah. like, when you watch him on stage, like, he is he murders on stage, and he
and it's comfortable and it's legitimately good material. Like he's a great fucking comic. So it's like for all the fact that he's a lunatic, like the good thing is like you look at him and go, yeah, but he's a legitimately great comic too. Like he's not just coming from some weird point of view. Like he's funny. He's when he goes on stage, he fucking kills. So yeah, I love Brennan.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about him. It's because just the way he is, the radio, like he is meant for radio. He is meant for comedy. He is not meant for many things in life, but those things he's really fucking good at. And I'm like a fan, and I'm not really a fan of many people. Yeah, but I was like, fucking yeah. I mean, I love doing his show because it's just fucking brutally honest. And like I said to him, I said, what comedians get attacked by other comedians?
Yeah, well, hey, what the fuck, Bob? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's there with the fucking white shirt. What the fuck?
I'm getting attacked by a 6'7" Jew, I think he said, right? It's just so fucking funny, man. But I'm so fucking happy for you. Tell us like everything you have, because anybody that's doesn't know what you're doing and what you have up there, so people can see. I mean, they're out of their mind because it's just amazing stuff. Let them all know where they can look in that.
Thanks, Bobby. I'm just honestly just the radio show with Sam in the morning and UFC Unfiltered I do with Matt and then Chip. I mean, those are the only things. I haven't been able to do stand-up, in almost a year. So hopefully I kind of want to wait the full year now just so I can come back and go, this is like, I never planned on taking, I was obsessed and then I was kind of forced into a weird position. So yeah, I mean, just those things have kept me fucking sane for this whole time because you know how it is. You're talking, you feel like you're doing something. The guys that don't have a stage or don't have a podcast, I don't know how the fuck they're living. I just don't know how they're dealing with anything. The fact that we can talk and do these, I love doing podcasts and stuff. It just keeps me from going crazy.
Exactly, and it's like perfect timing now. I'm fucking clear-headed. I'm so excited about life, the future in radio and fucking stand up. I'm just ready to come back big in that shit. And Jim, this is so fucking great to have you on, and we definitely want to have you down the road again to do it.
I would love to, man. I'm happy to do it. I love you. You know that. You're one of my favorite people.
I appreciate it, man. You're a good man. Jim Norton, check him out. You're fucking one of the funniest men on the planet.
He's got a Patreon too.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Oh, for Chip. Yeah, for Chip.
I'm a member of that. It's so worth it. I love it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just I'm not allowed to do a podcast as Jim Norton because I have the radio show. So I'm only allowed to do another podcast as not that I love doing nonsense Chip, but nobody wants a Jim Norton Patreon. People would believe me. They're over me. The future is Chip.
No, this guy, stalker.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
He's gonna
Thanks, Rob.
He's gonna put a fucking goddamn picture of you and go to town on himself
with my sleeve, my new sleeve.
Oh, good. Go ahead, take a screen grab.
Can I have your signed dick sleeve?
You know what? Sign it. Hey, this is what you do. Let's sign it and let's auction it off. And if you don't want money, we'll give it to somebody like a vet or something that needs money. Let's do that. You still have it?
I don't know. The original from Dice, no, because it was over 20 years ago. The pump, I cleaned a whole bunch of my shit out because it's from last year. Let me see if I have. I'll have to look through the bathroom and I'll have to look through the storage area I have. I may or may not even have it anymore. I don't know if I have it anymore.
Well, that's what we'll get another one, and you know what I mean.
I'll fuck it and we'll sell it.
I want a certificate of authenticity.
No, I'll get a place where we can put you and your sleeve in a hotel for like 3 days, like a holiday.
Romance it a little.
Yeah, and then afterwards you sign it, we put it up for sale, and we give the money to a vet that needs money. I think.
Or I could just give the money to a vet. I wouldn't mind just giving the money without being in a hotel, fucking a dick pump. I could just cut out the money, cut out all that effort, give the vet money.
Yeah, that part seems unnecessary.
All right, well we'll do it. We'll do it either way, but this is going to be great. And Jim, pleasure talking to you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait till this is over.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
I'm going to start booking rooms. I'm going to put money into it. I'm going to get you in. I'm taking over. I'm going on every angle of this business to make it great again.
Well, I'm happy that you're well. You look good and you sound good. And I'm happy you get your surgery, buddy. I'm happy things are okay for you.
Thank you, brother. Love you. And
I love you too.
Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Jim Norton.
Be good, pal.
Everybody.
Thanks. Thanks, Rob. Bye, guys.
Jim Norton, come back. Listen to us next week. LevyLand with Reverend Bob Levy. Rob Soul. Chris Abels, thank you. Good night. Cha-cha, choo-choo.
Welcome to LevyLand, cocksuckers. Flip you off with a steady hand, squirting on your hot mother. And she's loving it like hot butter. All up in their clam, wham, bam, shit is not subtle. The Rev King, Bob Levy is back. Speedy with the insults, you ain't safe in the chat. Dino's the man with the plan, runs the whole show when it comes down to Syndicate Radio. Nah, this ain't your average podcast. Political bypass, safe space, my ass. Roasting everyone you admire, the best comics in the business and the fuel to the fire. Plus their advice on women's impeccable. If I was you, I'd tune into the spectacle. SyndicateRadio.tv. Sit back, relax, and spark them trees.